Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Apologies for the lateness of this video, but as you know, I've not been too well recently. It's not quite gone, and I must confess I've spent all day, literally all day in bed. I've been sleeping for approximately 24 hours. But in some moments of lucidity, I was checking on the fallout, the aftermath of this BlitzChung business. And having seen certain things, which I'll go into shortly, I do have a couple of things I want to get off my chest first. I needed to address them. I needed to kind of bring them to your attention. However, there was one question which was being asked of myself, and it's a legitimate question. And people were saying, obviously you're outraged by this, incensed by this. What happened to BlitzChung? But are you going to put your money where your mouth is? Are you going to continue to support Activision Blizzard? Or are you just hot air? And, some people put it nicely. Some people put it very bluntly. But regardless of the way that people put this, their question is legit. And I didn't want to make a knee-jerk reaction answer, because we live in a reactionary age. Let's just be honest here. I just wanted to take a step back and think about it. And it didn't take much thought, I got to confess, before I realised that the only moral decision is I can't support Blizzard Entertainment any longer while this ban is effective. I can't. While this person is banned, I refuse to support Blizzard Entertainment any further. So effective immediately, I've cancelled my World of Warcraft subscription. I will not be playing any Blizzard games. I will probably be uninstalling, to be honest with you, just to get them off, out of sight, out of mind type of business. And I do apologise to the people who have been excited to play WoW Classic and everything, but at the end of the day, we are so privileged to be able to play and enjoy and say anything that we want really here in the West, that we don't quite understand and appreciate the luxuries that we are afforded here and the way that we can take to social medias or to places like YouTube and denounce the people who we don't like and all that kind of stuff without fear of consequence, without fear of any consequence whatsoever, while other countries, as we've seen, particularly countries with horrendous human rights, civil rights records, come down on any sort of insurrection, any sort of speaking out of any kind, like a ton of bricks. And so this is the smallest of gestures that I can do. But at the same time, I know that I have an audience of tens of thousands of people. And I can only hope that some people understand why, and maybe it affects them, and maybe it even says to them, I can't in good conscience support a company who, let's just be honest, was so frightened by a young man's words, which lasted 2 or 3 seconds on film, that they take 2 years worth of money away from him, ban him from competition for a year. How pathetic is that? How utterly pathetic is that? Blizzard Entertainment, Activision Blizzard, would much rather take China's blood money, because it's a lot, it's a whole lot, than care about a single solitary person. That's what. The overhanded manner in which they dealt with him was despicable, absolutely despicable, and it could have been conducted in a far, far more civil way. Maybe a little rap on the wrist. Hey, please try and keep your politics out of gaming. If you want to do it in your spare time, go for it. But please keep it out. It should have just been dealt with like that. And for all the people who have just said, he knew he was breaking the rules, he knew what he was getting into, he deserved what he got, shame on you. Shame on you. Well done for just washing your hands in it. Oh, well, rules are rules. Rules are rules, you fucking cowards. You pathetic cowards. Go hide behind your skirts. Go hide behind your curtains. Oh, they're some of the worst as well. So, with that said, I want to get into a couple of things here. So, in tonight's Collegegate Hearthstone Championship, American University held up a free Hong Kong boycott Blizzard during the broadcast, which was obviously quickly cut away. So let's just have a wee look at this.
Game over.
That it is.
The suspense won't last any longer.
They do draw the second divine
Oh,
spirit.
no, that's it. Cut away, gone. Can't have that. No, we're too frightened. Please, China. Sorry, China. Sorry, it's not us. Sorry, they're being naughty. They're Americans. We can't do anything. We can't drag them out of their beds in the middle of the night and put them in camps. Sorry. Cowards. And the fact that both J. Allen Barak and Bobby Kotick have said nothing since this incident has happened. Nothing. Just exacerbates the cowardice of this company. Why haven't they said anything? Because they are playing the oh well, it'll blow over in a couple of days game. That's what they're playing. Oh, something will come along. Something else will happen. And everyone will just be bouncing on that gravy train. And they'll forget about us and they'll forget about the ban and everything. Shh. Everybody, shh. That's what they're doing. Because they're so spineless and ballless to address how overhanded this ban was and how badly it was dealt with and could have been dealt with in a far, far better manner. Then we have Brian Keebler, Hearthstone presenter, caster, whatever they want to call them, saying that he will not take part in future Grandmaster schemes. So somebody who has a lot to lose here. This person's got 1,000 times more to lose than I when about reporting on something like this. He is refusing to cast the Hearthstone Grandmasters based off Blizzard's treatment of BlitzChung. He will not take any part in any Grandmaster streams going forward unless something changes. Unless they change the punishment. The punishment is insane. Absolutely ridiculous. Because that punishment isn't just a punishment for BlitzChung. That punishment is a message. The message is shut your face. Shut your mouth. That's what the message is. You know? They said in their response to it, oh, we totally believe in people having their own opinions. No, they don't. It's a shut your mouth. You want to speak out, we'll break you. We'll destroy you. We'll take everything away from you. Don't you dare speak out against our beloved China. We love China. China's money, beautiful. Your human right, off. That's what that was. That's why the ban is so heavy-handed. It was meant to scare people. But do you know what? Some people don't get scared. Some people can see when cowards react. And because of the overblown nature of this punishment, the overstatement of this, people can just see how frightened these pathetic men in suits are. Just by a young man's words about solidarity for the protesters in Hong Kong. Oh, and just a little extra. I know he was wearing the goggles and the mask, but I was just doing some further research. And some people said, he was dressing up like a protester. I don't know if it's true or not for that. But I will say maybe that was also an additional protest because now that the extradition thing they were trying to bring in has fallen apart, they're now trying to bring in a law where you can't wear masks. So, of course, if you're not wearing masks, then they know how to identify you. They know how to identify everything. So, that could be another reason why he was wearing that. And then, let's go on to some more brave people. And there's only a few of them. There was only a few of them, but my God, still brave. Blizzard employees staged a walkout over Hearthstone Grandmaster suspension. Now, there's only apparently between a dozen to 30 people. We're not sure if this picture is of the actual event or not. But they walked out. They went to the Orc statue, which is apparently in eye view of the executives' offices. And they put their, they dealt with their protests there. And then if you saw yesterday, this here said every voice matters. Because once upon a time, Blizzard used to be a completely different company. Run by good people that's sole aim was for the gamer. Create great games. Was it? Create greatness, whatever it is. And now it's just a scum tip of greedy people who just want to exploit their customers now. So they covered up every voice matters. Because clearly that is not a philosophy that Blizzard agree with. Getting quite emotional. Not going to lie. Getting quite emotional because it's so sad to see how a company's fallen so much for the almighty dollar. You know? How a company is willing to compromise everything so that they can get a country's money for their shareholders. For their shareholders. And God knows how many billions or hundreds of millions Bobby Kotick's already worth. He's got enough to live for hundreds of generations to come with what he's got right now. So there are a few brave people out there. Marc Cohn as well. Part of the OG dev team on Warcraft. He too has said that he can't support Blizzard any longer. He's going to stop playing Blizzard games. His game that he's working on at the moment, his MMO, they will not in any way be dealing with the Epic Game Store, because Epic, of course, are owned by Tencent. Tencent being a Chinese company. And he actually spoke out on Twitter about a lot of the corruption and how he was offered a bong, what's called a bong, a bribe, whatever, which he refused to take. And he's been vilified over the years. My goodness. He's been dragged over the coals over the years. But another one wanting to stand up and have a bit of morality. It's sad. It's so sad, people. But yeah, I can't support Blizzard while this is going on. I can't support one. While this band stands, I can't support them. And I won't support them. But my God, I'll sure as hell report on them. Every transgression. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.